What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about traditional indexing. What is Amazon indexing versus keyword ranking? It's two different things, but today I want to show you and tell you how you're going to rank for your top keywords when you go to launch your product on Amazon. Keyword ranking and organic ranking, getting your product to page 1 for those top keywords that have the highest number of searches per month, search volume. The most people and customers looking on Amazon are searching for those keywords. Does your product show up in the search results? Are you on page 1 or are you on page 11? I'm going to cover today Amazon keywords indexing versus organic ranking versus sponsored ranking and how you boost your sales using this keyword ranking method and how to optimize your listing with the best keywords and check if you're indexed. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back to those of you my subscribers. My name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller and mentor business coach. Right here on this YouTube channel, I'm dedicated to releasing 1 to 2 videos every single week covering everything Amazon FBA related, e-commerce, online business. So if you enjoy that type of content and want to continue seeing me release videos covering this, make sure to go down right now and give me a thumbs up on this video and subscribe right down there. I would really appreciate it. I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to subscribe, and I appreciate all of you. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing my story of how I went from a struggling drug addict 6.5 years ago all the way to a full-time online business owner with multiple 6-figure online businesses. All right, guys, no more delays. Let's jump into my computer so I can show you keyword ranking indexing coming up right now. All right, guys, welcome inside my computer. I'm going to be using this as an example today, this macrame wall hanging shelf, boho macrame shelf with 2 shelves. First of all, let me just kind of cover keywords. Why keywords are so important. Keywords are super important for when it's time to launch your product. We want to get our product onto page 1 for all of our top main keywords that have the highest search volume. I typically in the beginning like to find around 5 to 10 main keywords for my product that each have between around 1,000, 900 to 1,000 to 12,000 search volume. Typically, I'll try to rank for those keywords first with a search volume between 1,000 and 12,000. As I rank to page 1 for those 5 to 10 keywords, that will help me then rank for larger keywords that may have 20,000, even 30,000 or 50,000 search volume. Now, how do you rank for those keywords? Well, that includes making these keywords in your listing. Make sure you include them in your title, in your bullet points, in your description, on the back end, in your search terms and subject matter. And so I'll cover that today, how to actually find those keywords and where to put them. And then after you launch, how do you monitor? How are you doing? Which page are you on? Which keywords are you indexed for? So here's the first step. Once you've created your listing, actually, let me start with, before checking indexing, why don't I show you how to find your top keywords? So if you were launching this macrame shelf, let's do a search. You would want to search your main keyword, macrame shelf, okay? In all departments, do a search on the main keyword or what you think is the main keyword for your product. Then it's super easy now because we can just run X-ray and then run in Cerebro right there. Helium 10 has this new run in Cerebro right in X-ray. So I'll just let this load. We can see that macrame shelf has a search volume of 5,800. That's really good. Again, in the beginning, we want keywords that roughly have 1,000 to 12,000 search volume, and then the lowest competing products and the lowest CPR number, which I'll show you here in a minute. But you just check the box of several of your main competitors' listings right here in X-ray in position like 2 through 12. This is the top 10 listings. This one's sponsored, so number 2 is the first organic ranked seller today. So we're going to check like 5 to 10 of these main competitors. Make sure that these are relevant competitors and not just other products that are not yours, and then just run in Cerebro. It's that easy to just click over there. And then what this is going to do is this is a reverse ASIN lookup using Helium 10 Cerebro. This is going to pull all the main keywords that my competitors are using throughout their listing, in their PPC campaigns, through their promotions to rank to page 1. These are they're making sales either organically or they're making sales through PPC or both. And this is the keywords those competitors are using to rank to page 1. So when we launch our product, we also want to include those same keywords as well to get the most sales possible. So you can see here, load some information at the top. We're just going to come down here, guys, and click search volume. Sometimes I'll put in some filters here. So why don't we put in a few filters so you understand? So minimum search volume, let's go 800. Max search volume, why don't we go 50,000, just so I have more keywords to show you. We're going to do position rank 1 through 40. There's 20 positions per page. So 1 through 20 is page 1, roughly. It's different for every search keyword. It'll be a little bit different, but 1 through 20 roughly is page 1. 21 through 40 is page 2. 41 through 60, page 3, like that, position. So I only want keywords on page 1 and 2, 1 through 40. And then match type, guys, organic, and then just apply. And this is going to cut the keyword results down to just 20 versus before we had over 1,000. Okay, they're already sorted, it looks like, by highest search volume. So these are the keywords I would target my product for in the very beginning to have the best chance possible of making the most sales organically and through PPC in the beginning, ranking for these keywords first. So we can see hanging shelf, that's good. Hanging shelves, macrame shelf, there's my #1 keyword because it's super relevant. If I was selling a macrame shelf, I'd have this keyword in my title. Macrame wall hanging shelf, I'd actually probably have this one in my title. And what I'm looking at is you're looking at the phrase to make sure it's super relevant. It's your actual product. If you're not sure if it's a relevant keyword, like rope shelves, is that the product that I'm selling? Click on this little square with the arrow. Let's open up that keyword, and you want to see it's mostly the same thing. Your product here, 80%, 90% of the results are all yours. Now here, these are not macrame shelves. These are triangles, 3-tier shelves, two packs. So I would not consider this a super relevant keyword, rope shelves. So we're going to identify your top 5 to 10 keywords here. Hanging shelf or hanging shelves, but macrame shelf, or actually macrame wall hanging shelf, is the first keyword I would have in my title. And here's the reason. This one's got 5,120 search volume. That's good. And it has 609 competing products versus macrame shelf has 868 competing products. Then I also look at the IQ score. The higher, the better. So this Helium 10 has given me 8,400 Cerebro IQ score. This one's 6,000. Still good, but I would go after this one because it has a higher IQ score. It has less competing products. It has a good search volume. And then I look at the CPR 8-day giveaway. What this CPR number is, guys, is Helium 10 estimating how many units or products you have to sell in an 8 to 10 day period. Worst case scenario, how many products do you have to sell in an 8 to 10 day period to rank to page 1 for that keyword? Now, even if the search or the CPR 8-day giveaway number is 120 or 112, I've found, and so did Bradley, using the Maldives honeymoon period, even if you can get like 10 or 5 or 6 true search, find, buy purchases, which I'll talk about in a little bit. If you can get true search, find, buy purchases for that keyword, plus it's in your title, plus it's in your PPC campaigns, you have a really good chance you'll probably rank to page 1 for that. So that's, guys, is how you're going to identify your top 5 to 10 keywords using Cerebro. Now that you have those keywords, what do you do with them? Well, the first 2 to 5 keywords right here, macrame wall hanging shelf, wall hanging shelves, wall hanging shelf, macrame hanging, macrame shelves, boho decor. You would want to include your top roughly 3 to 5 main keywords in your title. So if we pull up some of these doing really well, you can see they have a really optimized title. So that's number 1. Your 3 to 5 main keywords go in your title. So here we go. Macrame hanging shelves, rustic wood wall shelves, 2-tier rope floating shelf. You could also use Magnet as another keyword research tool over here, Magnet, to get other keywords that are in that range of 1,000 to 12,000 search volume. But your top 3 to 5 keywords in your title from left to right in importance. Okay, so left to right, the highest search volume to lowest search volume. You want your best 3 to 5 keywords in phrase form in your title from left to right. So this would be your number 1 keyword with 8,000 search volume. This would be your number 2 keyword with 6,000 search volume. This would be your number 3 keyword, let's say 3,000 search volume. This would be your number 4 keyword, let's say with 3,000 search volume, and kind of goes down like that. And then the rest, guys, and you can actually repeat a couple, but the rest would go in your bullet points. And I found that bullet point number 3 and 4 index the most or help with ranking the most. So put the remaining top 5 or so keywords in your bullet points, and you can use a couple of the same ones you put in your title. And then the rest, guys, can go on the back end of your listing. You go to edit, then you go to keywords, then you go down to search terms, and you can enter the top 10 to 15 keywords there. The remaining ones, also misspellings, also any Spanish words if they have high enough search volume, and other related keywords like rattan shelf that are similar to your product, but maybe they were on your magnet list, but not on the Cerebro list. You can also put them there, and that's on the back end of your listing when you're editing your images, your vital info tab, your offer tab, your more details tab. It's under the keywords tab and then search terms, okay? If you do have subject matter, there you can enter another roughly 4 to 5 keywords per line. But the top most important, guys, areas for ranking your product to make sure you're indexing, which I'll show you here in a minute, make sure you're ranking good, getting in front of the most customers for the most search terms, and making the most sales possible. We want your top keywords in your title, left to right in importance, then in your bullet points, then in your search terms, then in your description and subject matter, okay? It goes like that, guys. Now, once you create your new product listing, let's say wait 24 hours or 2 days or so, 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours after you create your listing, but you haven't launched yet, or even if you just launched, come into Helium 10 Index Checker. That's under Listing Optimization Index Checker. Copy and paste your ASIN here, and then copy and paste your top 5 to 15 keywords that you were using that we got from Cerebro and Magnet that you included in your title, bullet, search terms, and description. Paste those into here and then check keywords. What this is doing, guys, is now it's showing me, is my product ranked or indexing, showing up in the results for these main keywords. So a check mark is what you want to see. An X means Helium 10 didn't check it. Because Storefront index, I'll show you here in a minute how to get that, but Storefront index you have to put in here, seller ID, optional. Helium 10 will need the seller ID to be able to check the storefront. But the cumulative one right here is the most important. You want to see that there's a check mark on this cumulative. So you can see for this seller, this one I copied, this right here, I put it into index checker. And for macrame shelf, yes, they're indexed. Plant hanging shelf, yes, they're indexed. Macrame wall decor, yes, yes. Boho decor, boho shelf, macrame plant hanger, yes, yes, yes. They're all checked. Now, if you do want to check storefront rank, which you don't have to, but if you did, you can click on right here, sold by QIKE, and then up here in, if we click on their storefront, in the URL, there's a marketplace ID equals. You would put this ID right here in the storefront or seller ID to check storefront rank. But the most important, guys, here is the traditional index. That means you're showing in the results when customers go onto Amazon and type in macrame shelf, boho decor, rattan shelf. You're indexing and showing up in the results here. That's traditional indexing and field indexing, okay? ASIN indexing. So cumulative, though, is the most important. You want to see a check mark on all your main keywords. So that's how you guys check to see if you did a good job optimizing your listing in the very beginning, the title, bullets, description, subject matter. Okay, now let's move on to, I've showed you how to look at the storefront index, but traditional index, field index, the cumulative is the most important. Now, let's see, you've launched your product, you've optimized your listing, you've identified your top 5 to 15 main keywords we want to rank for. Now you've launched, and how do you monitor how you're doing? You're going to come into Cerebro and you're going to paste your ASIN only in Cerebro here, and then press Get Keywords. Now, you usually need about a week or so for the algorithm to catch up and update, but just copy and paste your ASIN only. Then we're going to come down here and we're going to click on search volume to sort this high to low. And then remember, this is just your ASIN for the keywords that you're ranking for. Then we're going to come over here to the right, and you can see organic rank. Remember, organic rank position 1 through 20 is page 1. 21 through 40 roughly is page 2. 41 through 60 is page 3. So let's go down and find like the main keyword we need to rank for, macrame shelf, and see where we are. Hanging shelves, moon shelf, macrame kit, boho home decor. Let's come down and find that main keyword that's in our title, macrame shelf. It may be on page 2 because these have really high search volume. Macrame shelf, rattan shelf. Let me just use this as an example. Number 60, rattan shelf. It has 7,900 search volume, 1,000 competing products, 160 for the CPR number, but this is the one you want to pay attention to on just your ASIN, guys. Position 41, that's the bottom of page 2. This seller is ranked for this keyword. Right here, Bohemian Wall Decor. It's a good keyword, 7,000 search volume. They're in position 12, organic rank position 12. That's page 1. Okay, so that's what you want to check, your keyword only. And then if you're not ranking well, here's macrame shelf, the number 1 keyword we had in our title. They're in position 12. That's exactly what you want to see. If you're in position 22 or 42 or 62 for one of your main keywords, those top 5 to 10, well, how would you boost your organic rank and get to page 1? That's a super important question. Because if you can get to page 1, position 1 through 20, for those top 5 to 10 keywords after you launch, that's going to equal organic sales every day. Roughly 5 to 20 sales per day organically for ranking to page 1 on each of these keywords. So let's say for macrame shelf, you're not in position 12 on page 1, but you're on page 3 in 52. How would you get to page 1? Well, there's a couple things. The Maldives honeymoon period launch strategy, which I'll link, the Maldives honeymoon period launch strategy is working the best right now. That's what I would recommend. Essentially, we're going to make sure we add these keywords to your title, to your bullet points, to your description over a couple times in phrase form. And then we're going to use either rebate key, treasure hunt feature. We're going to use azrank.com. We're going to get set up some search, find, buy purchases for this keyword. Now it's in our title, in our bullets, in our description. That's good. That's step 1. Add it to there. Make sure it's all there. Then step 2 is actually to make sure it's in all your manual PPC campaigns. Then step 3, guys, is I need to set up around 5 to 10 search, find, buy purchases for this keyword. That will get me, after I've got 5 people to go onto Amazon and typed in macrame shelf, they went to page 3, they found the product and bought it, plus that keyword's in my title, plus it's in my PPC campaigns, plus it's in my bullets. That's going to equal better ranking and getting from position 52 to page 1, okay? And you would just repeat that process for each keyword, highly relevant keyword that you need to boost your rank for. Okay, guys, I hope that was an overview and tutorial on indexing and keyword ranking, both before you launch and also after you launch, monitoring your listing for keyword ranking. I hope you guys found this video valuable and learned about keywords and indexing and ranking. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. I'll see you on the next video.